Hey everyone, pretty quick fig orchard update. Here's the yard in coastal North Carolina, and it's freaking hot. It's probably, I don't know, 96 degrees with like well over 100 heat index. Trees are doing well though, and we're starting to get some figs ripening. We've actually been eating some. Here is my Mount Etna type. We got one down here. These are really good. They almost have like a cherry flavor to them, but a very typical Hardy Chicago Mount Etna style fig. Brooklyn Park JP was the original name given to it. Someone on the forum gave me a grab bag. I think it was Big Bill from Lancaster, and that was in the mix. Next is my Paradiso. Last time I did a video on Paradiso Gene, it was just a stump, and we're in a big growth phase here. Not a lot of figs, but a lot of new growth. I'm hoping it does produce some late season figs. It has the capability to, so fingers crossed for that. And then go from there. But I'd like to just acknowledge how once a root system is established, especially down here in southeastern North Carolina, once that root system is established, that was just a stump. It has the ability to come back on its own. So very, very impressed. Healthy growth. We know there's good nutrients in the soil. I did add some nitrogen spikes early on. Maybe that's why we're seeing these giant leaves with little sign of fig mosaic virus. So check it out, Paradiso Gene. Does split. Not saying it's perfect. It will split on a hard rain, but damn, it tastes good. And next to it's my Figo Preto. I'm not even worried about trying to get a Black Madeira because the Figo Preto tastes just the same. And look at this growth habit. It's perfect. It's kind of the goal with all my trees, even though I know they don't all like to be tree shaped, but I got about 200 figs on there, all tucked away in a 6-foot tree. So just waiting. That's probably at the end of the month we'll start seeing those ripen. My Smith has recovered a lot. It's pushing out new growth here, and that new growth is actually putting out figs. That is a really tasty one that does not split. Live in the southeast, grab a Smith. I'll try to do some cuttings, put them up on FigBid or on the forum for trade. So that won't be way until the winter when they're all when the wood's lignified. Bourgeois Oat Noir, beautiful, great growth, great figs. It really hit its stride in its 4th year here. And then right next to it is the Bourgeois Oat Grease, starting to hit its stride actually. It put out figs, it slowed, and then it actually put out a bunch of new growth after those figs. So keep me posted. Peter's Honey, same as well. Nice amount of figs. Stella, kind of growing slow, but also putting out a nice group of probably, what's that, 1.5 big figs. They're always a treat when they're the size of a small pear. Italian Honey, still not doing much this year. It might be on the cull list. It might just not get the nutrients it needs or the sunlight it needs back here. But it's right next to Teramo, and this one's been ripening figs, and they're tasty. You gotta leave them on the tree. You gotta really see these ones. You could probably eat them, but they're not quite there yet. So I hide them from the birds. But we've been eating them through. This is the first to really fruit for us. White Genoa, slow grower, but that'll ripen soon. Genovese Nero AF. It has figs, just waiting on it. I think it's going to be very similar to the Figo Preto. No fruit from Col de Dame Noir, Col de Dame Blanc, and my new Col de Dame Gris. It's getting comfortable. It has a little bit of burn from as a new tree that I bought online, but it's putting out new growth here. But still waiting for them to get established. Oh, just kidding. Col de Dame Blanc has now begun its main crop right there. So I've had the Col de Dame Gris before. They live up to the hype. And there's Salche, which might need a big growing year. I might need to just chop it down to the ground. I tried to pinch off a lot of the figs to encourage growth, and it didn't seem to want to do that. But that one, gosh, it's my top 3 with Figo Preto, and probably of this, probably throw one of the Col de Dames in there, the Bordeaux Oak Gris. It's such a good fig, and it's so underrated. It actually is very resilient and resistant to rainfall and splitting. So something to take note as we live in the Southeast. I'm sweating my butt off doing this video. I'm noticing the trend along this back fence that we're just not getting the light from all the tree growth above, shading out these areas. So they don't like to grow that well back here. And the soil is not dark and black. There's actually patches of clay soil. So I might need to give this one some fertilizer back here, or move them and make more like a low light tree area. But this is my Longue Noite right here. When it was in a pot, it made some great figs for me. And then Troiano Calabrese, not doing well. It doesn't like it back here. And then Achano, same deal. So the only theme I've noticed with the orchard is that this back fence is not getting the love. So I need some low light varieties, or any recommendations. That'd be awesome. And then of course, what's left of my potted trees after I sold most of them, but it's just my Hardy Chicagos and my yellow long neck I got from Harvey. That thing recovered nicely when I gave it a huge axe, and hopefully it'll grow nice and bush-like next year. I may even put it in the ground up front. And then its little younger sister survived the transplant and actually sprouted those, so more power to her. That's it for figs. Garden's been giving me cucumbers, not kale, because the bugs love that way more. I think I'm gonna chop all that basil, make some more pesto. And then, because my wife and basically the family eat pesto 3 nights a week here in this Italian household. And over here is my camellias, and my aunt gave me from seed, so I'm hoping to put those and hedge those up just for looks, since we're down here in the Wilmington area. But yeah, that's a quick fig orchard update. If you guys have any details, let me know, or comments. I'd love to see you guys who growing, or hear about what you think as I'm on this little fig orchard journey. Soon to be bocce court even, who knows. Cheers.